There is nothing quite like the elegant power of a horse. They are one of the most majestic creatures in the world. For equestrians, providing the right care is of the utmost importance, and this comes with a specific criteria. One of their unique needs is the proper maintenance of high traffic areas like gates, paddocks, and feeding areas. These spaces are prone to mudding and can cause serious health and safety risks.
A lot of facilities have what we call dry paddocks, and when dry paddocks are not dry, it becomes a problem and horses will paw. And once they start to paw because they're bored, mud will start because you create a low area, and then you just end up with what we call like a swimming pool effect because the water now can't get out at all. Then it's a huge problem because the horses are bored and now stood in wet, muddy areas that can cause all sorts of issues. Cracked heels, hoof rot, which is also known as thrush, which is like a bacteria that's found in mud. And then if it's not treated correctly and quickly, it can cause long-term damage sometimes. They may start eating sand or eating the dirt, which then will cause digestive problems, which could cause colic, which then can lead to surgery. So there's a whole list of things how this can escalate very quickly in not a good way.
Proper drainage is key to ensure these areas stay as mud-free as possible. A unique grid application is now available for riding surfaces and provides a safe solution, keeping horses calm and in good health.
We use the HoofGrid in all our arena builds, which helps with better drainage. Sometimes it can go over the whole arena. Sometimes we can use it just on the edges where you're sending the water. We use it on any sort of pathways. It can be used in so many different areas that will improve so many parts of the facility.
In the equestrian channel, really the biggest solve is mud and drainage. We can eliminate a lot of the water runoff and water problems that they have with their footing. Better traction, safer for the animal, etc.
It's done, and it's done once, and it holds up to all the types of traffic.
What happens is underneath the structure, we have a pea gravel that's in a cellular confinement being held by the grid, and that releases moisture back into the footing. And that's great for a dry condition. It's also great when it rains because then you get more free-flowing drainage. In areas like here where we're in New York, we have a sort of non-porous clay, so we have a lot of standing groundwater. As we get into other regions like California where it's very dry, our product's used for a completely different purpose. Then the traction's more important and the dust control.
It's a product that is used extensively in Europe and in Germany in particular, which is where the product was developed and where the home office of our company is. And as people are using it, we find that they are absolutely loving it, and they come back, and like the area we are today, they become a repeat customer.
Engineering concepts like these can make all the difference in the lives of our equine counterparts. EcoRaster's HoofGrid is designed to withstand the rigors of hoof traffic and reduce the cost of regular ground maintenance.
The company was founded almost 30 years ago in Augsburg, Germany by Pierce Plastics. So we're a fully integrated recycling facility. We harvest our own raw material, everything from post-industrial to post-consumer waste. We create a resin or a pellet. We then make an end-user product, which is the EcoRaster HoofGrid. The great part is that what we're pulling out of the landfill sites is just phenomenal. I mean, each grid or piece of HoofGrid that we make is approximately 100 grocery bags that we're removing from a landfill site. We don't even know end of life. It's a very, very durable product, what we've created. And not all plastics are created equal. And that's a really special point that I need to bring up, is that the fact that we're able to have a plastic that can hold a tremendous amount of point load that an animal drives down on it, but as well as it's soft enough that it's flexible. So it's not brittle, it won't break in the cold. So it's great in all different temperatures and climates as well.
EcoRaster is not merely HoofGrid. EcoRaster, we have a complete line of products that can be used in a variety of situations. We have over 200 million square feet of product down around the world. It is a product used extensively by NATO for forward operating bases. It is used for fire access roads. It's used for road shoulders, permeable parking lots. There are lots and lots of uses, and because we manufacture the product and we control the resin, we are able to tailor the product to each of those individual uses and make the best product possible for that particular use.
Definitely with erosion, just the cellular design of the product will confine all the material to keep it from eroding and through the rainfalls. You could snowplow on it on the winter climates. It's almost endless the applications that consumers are coming up with our product, which is great.
EcoRaster's HoofGrid comes with a 10-year warranty and is a fully recyclable product if you decide to remove it.
So the HoofGrid, for me, it creates a better all-round area for the horse to be. For your facility, the money that you've spent to keep that beauty and maintain that beauty is now insured, you know, it's there for life. And for the horses, you don't want to cause them undue distress that you know, and for them to be out and enjoying the outside instead of in their stable, you want them to be outdoors happy. So the HoofGrid is a permanent fix.
One of the nice things about EcoRaster and HoofGrid is that the installation is very straightforward, it's very easy to do. It is a reusable product in that it can be unsnapped, taken up in a particular paddock, and moved to someplace else.
I recommend it to all our clients in all our facilities. There's so many areas where it can improve. Absolutely, I recommend it all the time.
To learn more and schedule an appointment, visit hoofgrid.com or call 800-495-5517 today.